Hello dear students, welcome to today's class session. Today we will describe or discuss about the fundamental forces in nature. So first, the name of the first fundamental force is gravitational force. Gravitational force. Second force is electromagnetic force. The name of the third force is strong nuclear force. And the last one is weak force. Now we will describe one by one each of the forces. So let us take the first one, gravitational force. Suppose if you consider two bodies, say this one be mass m, small m, and let this one be mass capital M, and these masses are kept at a certain distance, say r. Okay. Now the expression of force exists between these two masses are given by, this force is directly proportional to the product of two mass, that is m into m. This force is also inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Okay, and these things or these assumptions or these proportionality was given by Newton's. That means Newton's gravitational force, we can say. As a whole, we can write F is equals to, there will be one constant m divided by r square, which is the ultimate formula, where G, capital G, is known as gravitational constant. Gravitational constant. And the value of the G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, and this one is a gravitational constant. The thing is, this force exists between any two bodies in the universe. If we take any body of mass or different mass or same mass separated by a certain distance, then this gravitational force will exist between them. Okay, and the expression of the force is given by like this. Now we will write a few properties of this force. Properties. Number one is, this force follows inverse square law. Inverse square law. The force is always attractive in nature. Attractive in nature. That means whenever we place two bodies at a certain distance, the force will try to attract. Okay, that means the bodies will tend to move toward each other. The force is always attractive in nature. Okay, say this force is also known as long range force. That means if say r is a very large distance, then also the force will exist between them. Suppose, okay, let me give you an example. The gravitational force exists between Earth and Sun. You can assume the distance is so large between Earth and Sun. Still there exists a gravitational force. Okay, so it is also long range force. And the fourth one is, it is known as weakest force. Weakest force in nature. After a while you will get to know why it is called as weakest force. I will describe it elaborately. Fifth point is, the force does not depend upon intervening medium. Does not depends upon intervening medium where the two bodies are kept. That means whatever be the medium here, air, water or whatever else, but the force will remain same. Okay. Sixth one is, if there exists gravitational force, that means there is something in the space which results or which interacts between them. That means there must be field particle. Okay, and the field particle here, field particle is named as gravitons. That means the gravitons particles are exchanging between these two bodies. Okay, we can also call it as exchange particles or mediator particles. Okay, so let's move to the second one, electromagnetic force. Now coming to the second point, that is electromagnetic force. Second one. Okay, suppose we consider two charge, say Q1, say Q2, separated by certain distance, say R. Okay, in air medium, the nature of the force is like that. Say these two forces be plus Q1 plus Q2. So the force will directly proportional to product of magnitude of the charge. The force is also inversely proportional to R square. As a whole, we can write F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square, where 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is the constant quantity and the epsilon naught is known as absolute permittivity of free space. Okay, and the value of this constant is 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Okay, the main idea is that the force exists between two charges. The expression of the force is like this, where Q1, Q2 are the charges and R is the distance between them. So the force here also falls off as 1 by R square form. Okay, so actually the expression was given by this force is also known as Coulomb force. So let's write few properties of this force. Properties. First one is, it is long range force. Okay. Second point is, it follows inverse square law as it is in case of gravitational force, square law. Third one is, it may be attractive or repulsive depending upon the nature of the charge. If both the charges are like charge, that is either positive positive or negative negative, in that case there will be repulsive force, and if there is unlike charge like positive negative, then there will be attractive force. Okay. Now the fourth point is the field particle. Field particle here is named as photons. That means there exists the electromagnetic force. That means here something is there, so that something which carry or which interacts between both the charges, these are photons. Okay. And the fifth one is it is 10 to the power 36 times stronger than gravitational force, Fg. Fg is gravitational force. Now how it is so, or why it is stronger, that much of stronger than 10 to the power 36 times stronger than gravitational force? That means it is much stronger. That is why we have called gravitational force as weakest force. Okay. Let me do the sum that which will prove that it is 10 to the power 36 times than the gravitational force. Suppose these two charges are say proton are kept there. Okay. So the mass of the proton we know that as 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and the charge of proton is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. Now if we find the gravitational force between these two charge capped, as charge has mass, so there must exist gravitational force also. So the force will be 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, the value of G, into mass. Mass is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27 whole square divided by r square. Okay, the value approximately will comes out like 10 to the power minus 11 into 10 to the power minus 54. So it will comes out like 10 to the power minus 65. Okay, approximately 10 to the power minus 65. Now we will find the electromagnetic Fe, electromagnetic force between these two charges. It will be 9 into 10 to the power 9, which is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, multiplied by both the charges are 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into this one, so it will be square divided by r square. So the force, the value of the force approximately comes out like 10 to the power minus 38, and it gives about 10 to the power minus 27. Okay, divided by r square, divided by r square. Now if we find ratio, that means Fg divided by Fe, it comes out r square will cancel out each other, so it will be 10 to the power minus 65 divided by 10 to the power minus 27, and the value comes out like 10 to the power minus 36. It means from here we can write that Fe is 10 to the power 36 times Fg. That means 10 to the power 36 times much stronger than the gravitational force. Okay. So I think the idea is very much clear about both the forces, gravitational and electromagnetic force. So move on to the next one. Third one, strong nuclear force. Now, suppose this one be the nucleus of an atom. Inside the nucleus there are protons as well as neutrons, and many others elementary particle also. So if we consider two protons here, okay, and we know the size of the nucleus is of the order of 10 to the power minus 15 meter, okay. Now we will find now say if there are two protons here, so there will exist gravitational force as well as electromagnetic force. Obviously, as we have seen that the electromagnetic force is much stronger, so in that case the electromagnetic force must be greater than the gravitational force. As both the charges are plus, that means positive positive, so there the electromagnetic force must be repulsive in nature, okay, and the gravitational force is always attractive, so it is always attractive. So as the repulsive force is much higher than the attractive force, then there must exist repulsive force, as a result of which the proton must go out of the nucleus. But in actual case, these things are not happening. The protons or the neutrons are remaining inside the nucleus in stable condition. The question is why? As the force is repulsive force is much more stronger than the attractive force, still they remains inside the nucleus. The question is why? Now to answer this question, actually there exists one more or new type of force, interacting force, that exists between these two protons inside the nucleus, and the force is named as strong nuclear force, okay, which is distance dependent. That means whenever the distance will be like this, of the order of 10 to the power minus 15, then only strong nuclear force will act. If the distance is much higher than the 10 to the power minus 15, then there will exist gravitational or electromagnetic force. There will no chance for strong nuclear force, okay. So I think the idea of strong nuclear force is very much clear. We will write a few properties of strong nuclear force. Properties. Strong nuclear force is basically attractive in nature. Attractive. Although there is a few repulsive portion based upon the distance, but basically it is attractive in nature. Second point is it is charge independent. Charge independent. Whatever be the charge kept at distance this, there will exist strong nuclear force. It is obviously short range force. Short range force. That means it is of the order of 10 to the power minus 15 meter, Fermi level, or 10 to the power minus 14 you can write, okay. So these are the few properties. Oh yes, the field particle or the mediator particle here exists is named as pi meson, okay. That means this one is the interacting particle or the mediator particle exists when there is strong nuclear force. And the force is, yes, and this force is around 10 to the power 38 times stronger than gravitational force, and it is also known as the strongest force till now known to us. It is the strongest force in nature. So I think the properties are quite clear to you students. So we will move on to the next force, fourth one, weak force. Actually, these force is exist between, or the interaction between leptons. Leptons. Okay, well, the term is quite unknown to you students. Actually, leptons are the few elementary particles. There are many other elementary particles like electron, proton, neutron, which are known to us. There are few more other elementary particles like baryons, hadrons, leptons, like many more. So among leptons there exists weak nuclear force. Okay, let us take one example which will become quite easier for you to understand the weak nuclear force. Yes, in case of beta decay is an example of weak nuclear force. In case of beta decay, inside the nucleus there exist protons. That means protons and neutrons. The neutrons turns into protons just by emitting one electron along with one elementary particle named as neutrino. Okay, so let me write the equation. 0 1 neutron turned into H 1 1 proton plus electron 0 plus 1 elementary particle named as neutrino, or we can write it by symbol nu also, nu bar. Here it is neutrino, and contradictory particle is known as antineutrino, which is chargeless particle. So if we write few properties of this weak nuclear force, we can write it is also properties. Also short range force of the order of 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Clear? Next one is, it is weaker force. Weaker force, it is also known as weaker force, and the order is approximately 10 to the power 25 times stronger than gravitational force. Obviously, it is stronger than gravitational force, but not much stronger than electromagnetic and strong nuclear force. So the field particle here is what? Neutrino. Okay, which is a chargeless particle. So hope student you have understood the four fundamental forces found in our nature. So if there is any further queries or any confusion regarding the topic, you can comment below. Thank you.